That lady in her wedding dress drinking that liquor in her living room has every single reason to crash out. Did y'all see the video of the lady listening to her wedding song, sobbing her eyes out in her wedding dress in her living room, going shot for shot because the man she just married left her high and dry 6 months after the wedding? She then goes on to say she wasn't dating, she's a single mom, she was just focusing on herself for 2 years straight. Wasn't even thinking about a relationship. That man literally pursued her. They start dating. She's like, I wasn't even looking for this. This is the love of my life. Proposes to her. Has a beautiful wedding. The music, the ambiance, the venue. Like, this was money well spent. Then they go on a cruise together. It looks like the honeymoon. She's drinking, trying to caress his face. They don't have that connection, that love, that lust. And he's looking at other women and acting as though he's embarrassed to be with her. They just got married. That was a telltale sign, one. Just for 6 months after the wedding, to ditch her high and dry? So if she want to cry, express her feelings in her wedding dress in her living room, whoop-de-doo. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to our Orange Life. Thanks for tuning in. This is Deanna. Thank you to new subscribers and thank you to current subscribers. Okay, guys, I done went through your comments from the last video. I appreciate all the comments. And thank you guys for those who asked about my little Mavi. He is getting better. He's on medication. He's on antibiotics and a steroid. So he's coming around slowly. He's doing a little better. He's starting to eat now and he's moving around. All right, y'all saw the video in the beginning. Let's jump right in. Now, let me say this. This Kiki Jones case or what's going on with her, this has been going on since late last week through the weekend, and it's still going on now. It's so many videos from her, his family, neighbors. It is this thing is really, really a mess at this point. So what I'm gonna do is, you saw the video that I put up. Let me just give a little background for those who don't know what's going on. This woman, Kiki Jones, that video I showed in the beginning, she recently found out that her husband was cheating on her with multiple women. Now, she hasn't been married that long when she found this out. Now, according to her, she was single. She didn't date for 2 years because she has had bad relationships in the past. So she thought when this man came along that this was the love of her life and she finally met somebody that she could, be with and spend the rest of her life with. Now, having said that, now it's time to break this down a little deeper. Okay, I've seen multiple videos. I've been watching this since it all started because I was dealing with Mavi. So I was kind of in the house and nursing him, and all the sitting in vet offices and everything. Now, let me break this down. I'm gonna go back. I have watched. Now, this is what came out of Kiki's mouth. Now, this ain't nothing I made up or nothing that came along. This is what this woman has said out of her own mouth. According to Kiki, when she was a minor, she was SA'd by a family member. This led her to go to therapy. While in therapy, the therapist reported the SA. And evidently, it was someone in the family that the family liked or was important to the family. According to Kiki, her family turned on her after that event. This is what led her to leave home at 14. At 14, she ran off with a man who she thought loved her. This man, in turn, betrayed her and had her essayed by several different men. Now, this is what she's saying out of her mouth, okay? So I'm not saying this woman is lying because I don't know, and I'm not saying this is what she's saying, okay? Now, from there, she's had other relationships where she said that she's been physically assaulted by men to the point where she has had some head trauma where she has short term memory at times. Okay. Along with this, she also has some medical issues. Now, the medical issues that was brought up by her husband's mother. She didn't mention it. her husband's mother did. Okay. Now, having said this, now with all of this going on from a young age, all the way up until adulthood, this woman has known nothing but assault. Okay? No, and don't misunderstand me. I'm not making excuses for any bad behavior because I'm going to get to that. But what I'm doing is I'm laying the groundwork for this woman's mental state. This woman has had nothing but abuse for the majority of her life, if what she's saying is correct. Because I can't sit here and say for a fact that this is what happened to this woman. Because people get on social media every day, and as we know, they tell things that are not true. Now, I'm not saying this woman is lying. I'm just saying this is what this woman is saying. So if this is true and this is what this woman has dealt with since she was a preteen or whatever time the first assault took place and through her adulthood, I'm trying to understand why they don't think this woman would have some sort of mental illness. Because from what I'm hearing, the husband's mother said she has a mental illness. The husband's mother says that she is diagnosed with bipolar. Now, she didn't say that, but the husband's mother said it. Now, what I am going to say is that I can't say for a fact that this woman has bipolar. What I am going to say is that I do see some signs of some sort of issues with this woman, whether she has a processing issue or it is indeed the trauma that she has mentioned that got her to her current mental state. Now, please don't misunderstand because some of this behavior that's going on, you know, is not the right thing to do. However, when you have the early part of your life with nothing but trauma and abuse, I'm trying to figure out why would they think this woman would be normal. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So if this is true, and from what I've seen, I've looked at many videos with this woman does appear to me to do have something going on with her. Now, I can't sit up here and say what it is because I don't know. I haven't assessed her. I don't have her history. I don't know. I only go by what is said on social media. So the only thing I could do is stand back and look at it from an objective point of view. Now, having said all that, it's been a lot of things being said over the past few days. First, there was a rumor saying it was a prank. Then they said somebody did AI and it wasn't. Well, she said that. KeKe did. Now, the next thing after that was apparently the husband got arrested over the weekend. And there's a video of, I think I have it, and if I do, I'll put it at the end of the stream because this stream is not going to be long. I don't need a long video for this because what's going on here, there needs to be some sort of intervention. This woman does have some things going on with her. She do need mental health help. Even let's say hypothetically she is lying. Let's just say for argument's sake, for people that want to say she's lying and it's a scam, for somebody to make up all these lies and for this to be a scam, she still need mental health. Okay, because that's not the normal thing to do. Okay, so no matter how you face it, this woman needs mental health. I mean, mental help. She does need some sort of mental health intervention. That's just the bottom line. Now, what I am seeing on social media also is everyone is coming at this woman about her mistakes, but they're pretty much ignoring how he was treating her. Not one person has said that she lied about him cheating. Now, nobody has said that she lied about that. Everybody else is saying that, well, not everybody, but his family is saying that she's making this stuff up, that she is crazy, and the video I put at the end, she showed the police where it was blood on her arm, And the family is saying that's where she had a band-aid at because she had a blood transfusion recently because she's sick. And when I saw the arm, it does look like a band-aid was there. I'm not going to lie. And you'll see it too, at the end of this stream. It does look like that. Now, if that is true and this woman planned it, because again, in the video, there's going to be a video where they have this woman saying that, she called the cops on him and nothing happened because she couldn't change the locks because they're married and he lives there too. He's on the lease. So she said that she was going to do something else or whatever. So I don't know if she did indeed have him set up to be locked up. And from what I heard, the family bailed him out. Okay. Now, in my opinion, none of this should have hit social media. This woman clearly has issues. This woman clearly does not have any close friends or family that she can depend on because a real friend or a real family member would have came over the day of the videos with the wedding dress on and took her phone. It's just that simple because this has turned into something very chaotic. Now, she recently went on a podcast and was telling her story. On that podcast, I believe they brought up a therapist, and and I'm not sure if it was that podcast or another podcast, but I know she was on a podcast where they brought up a therapist, and the therapist even told her, "You need help because if you keep going on the way that you're going on." You're going to really be seriously hurt. You are crashing out and it's not going to end well. So this is what she told her. And when the therapist told her this, she was just sitting there listening and she was crying. It was just tears running down her eyes. Now, I forgot to mention one part. She has two children. Now, she was saying her kids were removed as a result of this incident. Now, she didn't say it in those words. She said CPS took my kids. She didn't say when. Now his family is saying her kids been gone. They've been in the custody of her mother because of her mental health issues. So if that is true and these people know that this woman has mental health issues, why are they treating this woman this way? Why is this man, if this man is cheating 90 going north and you got a woman that has mental health issues, we already know why he's doing it. I don't even know why I'm even saying this. Because we talking about another raggedy man. So but anyway, again, this is another man who has taken advantage of a woman, especially in her mental state. Because there's a lot of men like that. It's a lot of raggedy men out here that come across women that they know have processing issues or something's not right, Krishan, and they still want, to date these women, have children with these women, use these women, trick these women out, take their money, beat on these women, do all this stuff. And this is very, very unfortunate because women like Kiki, women like this, I think that women like this should always be assigned some sort of case manager, case worker, somebody that can keep an eye on them because she's, in my opinion, she's in the same boat as Shamar. In my opinion, she might not be, Shamar has some processing issues also. We know that. And this woman, I believe, has it too. She's just higher. She just appears to be higher functioning than Shamar because when it comes to the spectrum goes from very low to very high. There are many people on the spectrum that you don't know is on the spectrum. It's people out here that will stand and have a conversation with you. They live a normal life. They have jobs, they do everything, but if they got some processing issues, whether it's from trauma, whether they were born with some sort, whether they were an addicted baby, they could have been born with substances in their system, which affected their brain. So that's why I said it's a lot of things that go on with that because my ex husband's brother, he's like that. He's a very attractive man. He's like 6'4", beautiful skin, gorgeous hair, nice features, built. He can have a conversation with you, and then maybe in about 45 minutes, that's when you see that something get ready to go. He start talking crazy, and it goes south. Because I'm laughing because when my first husband and I were married in the early part of our marriage before my son was even born. His brother came to stay with us because he got into a fight in his apartment building, and the police came, and we wound up going to go get him. And when he was in our apartment, so I went to work the next day, and my ex-husband and his brother came to pick me up from work. So when they were outside in the car, the staff started coming outside. I was a CNA at the time. I was in, my early 20s. So the CN, everybody's coming outside. So his brother gets out the car and starts talking to the women. So here come the hoes, because he's a very attractive man, very attractive. And here come the hoes. They come all up in his face and they talking. So I come out and I get in the car with my ex-husband. So I said to my ex-husband, I said, how long you think it's going to take before they realize there's something wrong? So, and it's funny, but it's not funny. It's funny, but it's not. Now, this is before I knew as much as I know about mental health. I just knew that he was off. So we were sitting in the car, and he was talking to them, and they smiling on his face and touching his arm, and trying to get pen and paper to give him the number. This is before cell phones were like really really popular. Cell phones was out, but they wasn't as popular as they are now. And that's when beepers was in. I'll just tell y'all that beepers was still in, and cell phones just started coming out. So we saw them smiling on. Then all of a sudden, we saw their faces change, and they looked like, "What the hell?" And when I said, "There it is," and then that's when my ex-husband got out and went to go get him, because he'll stand there and have a real conversation with you, everything on point. He's up to current events and everything, and then all of a sudden, boom, it switches. So that's how I know how this goes. So that's why I said, and in substances, and when they use substances, it makes it worse. So sometimes it makes it better for them, and sometimes it makes it worse. It depends on the person. So I'm saying all this to say, I'm not going to sit here and bash this woman. I'm not going to do that. There's enough of that going on online, the way these people are talking about her. I have empathy for a woman like this. There are some things that she is doing wrong. She's over there asking for a GoFundMe. And the comments are saying they're not giving it to her. People are not giving it to her. She's constantly on social media, and there is some manipulation going on. I see some manipulation tactics from her when it comes to the husband and what she's trying to do. So, and I think she's manipulating the whole social media play. But this is causing problems. But again, when you have a large history of abuse and trauma, this is the outcome without treatment. See, people, let me see, how can I say this? Because of the fact you can't look at a person and see that there is mental health issues, because it's hard to say that someone has mental health issues unless they have to look a certain way. Let's just say it like that. When you see a child in a wheelchair, or somebody in a wheelchair, or somebody's face, body features that are not correct, or someone that doesn't walk properly, or someone wearing a helmet or a bib, or things like that for their age, wearing a bib when you're a grown adult, then you look at that person, you're like, okay, they got a mental health illness. But when you see somebody like her that dress nice, goes on trips, has children, and I'm sure that she's getting some sort of check, because she doesn't. I don't hear anything about a job. Now I heard he has a job. I heard he has a good job. Apparently he works on an oil rig. So that's what I heard, because they live in Texas. But I don't hear anything about her having a job. So probably what's going on is she probably gets some sort of disability check, because if she's been diagnosed with bipolar, she can get that. So again, this is someone who's not, more than likely, not working because she's not capable of it. People like KeKe, who have these types of traumatic history that she has, a lot of times they develop borderline personality, different personality disorders. And a lot of times these personality disorders develop out of trauma because the brain is trying to survive. Your brain cannot handle certain things. And because your brain can't handle it, it'll create an alternate you that can handle what's going on. And a lot of times that'll put you in survival mode. And when I say survival mode, you'll start creating, you'll start doing things or saying things that will have a favorable outcome for you when you think it's going to be favorable because you're trying to make the best decision you can, but you can't because you have a traumatic mind. So I don't know if I'm making sense with all this. I'm trying to make as much sense of it as I can because I see what's going on here and I see what's going on because of my profession, because I'm a psych nurse and I do this every day. I know that childhood history is extremely important uh, and determines how you act in adulthood without proper treatment. What Kiki needs is she needs to go back into treatment. She needs therapy and she needs medication and she needs behavior modification. This is what this woman needs. And then she could probably get her kids back. She needs to show that she is stable and she's not stable. It's very clear she's not stable. And Kiki also needs someone to watch over her. And she doesn't have that. She needs someone that she trusts and she trusts them and they trust her. And she needs someone that can help guide her until she is able to make better decisions. Now, in situations like Kiki, will she ever be 100% with her processing? No, but she can do better with her processing. She can recognize her triggers, recognize when she feels a certain way, how to handle those feelings, how to talk herself down, how to rationalize things. These are the things that she has to learn in order for her to be more successful in life so she doesn't marry someone like this man or these other men that have abused her. So, I was trying not to make this a long video, but it looked like it's turning into that. But really, that's all I wanted to say about this because I'm not going to bash this woman. This woman, if this woman is telling the truth, I understand why she acts like this. And the Black community frowns down upon mental health. They think because you look a certain way and you speak a certain way that you're 100% normal. And let me explain something to everybody that listens to this video. In 2025, nobody's normal, and that includes me. Okay? Because we've been through 2020. 2020 has changed us all forever. Nobody's the same. I'm not the same person from 2019 to now. I'm a totally different person than what I used to be. And I think a lot of us are different people. I think 2020 has made us sit down and look at ourselves more clearly. Some of us, for some of us, we're starting to change for the better, and for some of us, we're changing for the worst. I've seen both. For me, I've changed for the better. For my daughter, she's changed for the better. For my son, he's changed for the worst. That's another story. So I'm saying, 2020 has really done a number on people. So because there was a lot of things going on in 2020. We had to isolate, people lost people, there was a lot of fear. We experienced something that America has not experienced in decades. We went from 2019 just living our normal lives. March of 2020 we was just doing our thing out here having our normal winter, and then all of a sudden we get a report to shelter in place. And it just goes from there. And nobody has been the same since. Nobody. So we all, need to look at ourselves. We all need to do mental health checkups because I do it myself because I'm not the same person. So, I'm going to close out this video. Um, Oh, what was I gonna say? I got a video coming up at the end. Hold on, guys. I got the video with when the cops were there. Just give me a second. Oh, I cut off my membership, guys, because I'm going to do a Discord. And anybody who signed up for my memberships, I'm going to roll you over to the Discord and I'm going to give you 2 months free. The reason why I'm going to do a Discord, excuse the noise in the background, y'all. I don't know what the hell's going on around here. It sounds like the planes is flying low. We got the government strike. I don't know what the hell's going on because you know that they ain't paying the damn government workers. We better hope a plane don't go through somebody's damn living room at this point. But I'm going to do a Discord because there's a lot of things that I want to say that I can't say on YouTube. I can't say it on YouTube, even in a members only. I don't, it's certain things because I want to give y'all real information, like the real. And I can't say stuff on here because I don't want people, doxing me. I don't want people, digging in my life. I don't want all that. I don't want all that because the stuff that I have to that I know there's that I know that y'all women out here need to know that has to come offline. I'm not going through what Cynthia G went through. Listen, I don't want to do all that. Okay. And I just rather keep it politically correct on this here YouTube streets here. But on the Discord, we could get more in depth with things. It's things that I want to do over there. So it's going to be a lot going on the Discord. That's where the support groups are going to be at. All these things are going to be rolled out shortly. After I got 2 more weeks of work before I go part time. I'm going part time because I want to spend more time developing my businesses. I like doing YouTube. I want to develop the Discord. I'm going to be doing some lives. We're going to be doing a lot more on this channel. So just be a little patient with me. I'm wrapping things up at work, and then we're really going to start taking this, channel to the next level. I want to build a strong community of women who we want to thrive better. We want to do better. I got a lot to tell y'all. It's a lot. And I can't say it on YouTube. I really can't because I don't want these people out here attacking me. It's not just the men, but it's the pick me women too. I don't have time. I can't do it. I can't do it. So anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. Let me give you this video on the back end. You guys stay safe and I'll be back soon.
I told her when she went on TikTok, this how it all happened. She caught him cheating, and
yes, he did put his hands on her today.
Caught her cheating, and she went on TikTok.
And I had to call the cops.
Mad, I don't know. But I told you, what I just tell you, don't go back. Just get your stuff. I told you that.
I did it.
I know you didn't do nothing, but he didn't have to. And don't think that we weren't trying to help. I just ain't want to.
Is this a blood?
Yes, she's bleeding.
Got blood. What had the night? What was just? What?
I don't want nothing bad to happen to nobody.
Oh, girl, you better tell the way he be beating on you, girl.
I know you care about him so much, but you have to put yourself first. You really, yes.
I'm leaving.
I understand, but you can't afford to get hit.
Listen, we don't want anything to happen to you. Where's the blood from?
I had a treatment, I think.
So from here?
That's what I think.
So do you have any other indications?
It just happened so fast. It just happened so fast. I have look. I'm gonna see an apartment. Maybe he knows something. I know I sound stupid. I don't want nobody in jail.
What's your name? I like you, son. He got her keys. That's what she was trying to get.
They gonna come for me.
Don't worry about that. You got them. They're nice. She need her keys. That is her business.
Who's gonna come for you? Why do you feel that way?
They already said it.
What are they gonna do to you? Are they threatening you?
They've been threatening her, but I told her she needs to leave. I like clothes. She got all her stuff. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because I work midnights. I don't never be here now telling her. She ran I'm upstairs shampoo the carpet. Yeah, and I'm trying to tell you, I'm getting upset because I went through domestic violence. It's up to you. They can't keep helping you. It could be some real crime going on out here, and you poor shit don't want to press charges. Wake up, baby. It could have got deeper than this. No, I talk to her. That's what friends do. All that, he know what I'm saying. This is real. She got to let go because somebody could have got hurt. What if we wasn't at home? You saying that this is real?
Yeah, we see a lot where
yeah, come on now.
Just an argument and a little slap. Then we hope we don't.
And your gun is
I don't want to be the one. No, my dad took it already.
Okay, your dad took it.
Let me just summarize this. Okay. Love is when you love somebody, you don't assault that person.
Maria was bad.
To the point of having the night.
Well, this, why did that?
Your hand and assault someone.
You look pretty.
Okay.
You know I make
I need to take her to work.
I got to pay you, but I have to pay Lewis for doing my hair.
Miss Tiffany, we on live right now. We on live. She gave me her phone to record. We on live.
Oh, I'm talking about my hair. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me then, honey.
No, I'm just telling you because you're talking. The people can hear you.
Oh, about my hair? About...
You got so much on my face, so you just gotta see the L.
But I did tell them the truth.